Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name's Lizzie and I'm back. It's been quite a while since I've made a video. I've been pretty much out of action when it comes to sewing and filming and everything else because I've injured my wrist. As you can see, I'm in a splint. I'm kind of flipping between a splint, compression bandages and general ice and rest. I even had it in a sling at one point. I've got repetitive strain injury in my wrist from working at a computer for my day job, and it's been really rubbish. I'm now on week 4 of suffering with it, and it's been really rubbish. I just really miss sewing. I know there are greater things, like much worse things to have wrong with you, and there's much greater suffering going on in the world, especially right now, but this really sucks and it's been making me so sad to not be able to sew. I can't wait to be able to sew again. It is much better than it was. It is improving, but just really slowly. So that's my little sob story and my little explanation for why I haven't been very active on YouTube and Instagram and sewing in general recently. And I actually set up my camera today because I wanted to film a different video. My family have given me my nanny's sewing box. So my grandmother on my dad's side of the family passed away a few years ago, and the family have given me her sewing box, which is amazing, and it's such a lovely thing to have, and it's one of the lovely wooden ones on legs that like opens and like concertinas out. And I was trying to film a video to show you what's inside, but it just wasn't going very well. I couldn't really get my camera angles right to sort of show you what's inside, and just wasn't feeling it. So I've given up. But do let me know in the comments below if that's a video you think that you'd like to see, because I will very happily try and film it again and spend a bit more time kind of trying to set it up well so that I can show you what's inside. But I haven't even looked through it all properly myself yet, so I'm really looking forward to having a good old dig through, and I bet there's going to be some really useful gems in there that I'll be able to use in my sewing. So with that plan out the window for now, or at least on hold, I kind of thought I'd just come on here for a really quick chat really. Like, as you know, I don't really have any sewing news. Except for the fact that my head is just racing with all these plans and things that I can't wait to do as soon as my wrist is working again. Or no, it's not that it's not working, it's just giving me like pain and discomfort. I do actually have some makes I've finished. I have finished my faux suede Tilly in the Buttons Delphine skirt. I have finished my second by Hand London Eloise dress in like a lovely deep green tencel linen, is it? I can't remember, but I will obviously tell you when I show it to you. And I've also finished my a hack of the Seamwork Astoria in this beautiful navy blue waffle knit. So I've got like 3 things that I've made that I could tell you about, but they're all slightly not ready for me to tell you about them. The jumper, the Seamwork Astoria jumper, I made it, and I think I need to make a few tweaks to it because I'm not quite happy with the fit. And then the Delphine skirt is ready and I could show you that, but I am in the process of making a blouse that I kind of imagine going with it as an outfit. So I'd kind of prefer to wait till they're both finished so I can kind of see if that does work together as a nice outfit, and like take a few pictures and film myself twirling around to show it to you. And then with my by Hand London Eloise dress, I've had a bit of a disaster with it. It's kind of gone a little bit wrong. I've got a little bit of an issue with some fraying, and I basically need to do quite a hefty repair job on it. The fabric, let me just double check what the fabric was because I've completely forgotten what it's called. So the fabric that I'm talking about is the Meat Milk Tencel Linen Slub in deep green, and I bought it from Lamazi Fabrics. It was in my recent, well, it's not that recent anymore, but one of my latest videos that I uploaded was a fabric haul, and I bought some delicious fabrics from Lamazi, and it was a delight to sew with. It's so buttery soft, it looks amazing. But unfortunately, when I sewed it up and I like tried it on at the end of having sewn it up, I didn't wear it, I literally sort of tried it on and took it off again, I realised that I had some fraying, and I had fraying from so I'd overlocked all the edges. It wasn't the edges that were fraying. I'll maybe put a picture in so that you can see, and maybe some of you can give me some advice, but it's frayed from the seam line into the garment. And I panicked, like I totally panicked because I just thought my garment was going to fall apart. It did it at the centre back seam. The By Hand London Eloise dress has got a little keyhole opening at the top in the centre back, and it was fraying from the seam line into the middle of the fabric. It wasn't fraying from the raw edges, just under the centre back, and it was also doing it at at the back here, where the sleeve meets the armhole. I panicked and was like, oh my goodness, it's fraying into the fabric, what am I going to do? Grabbed the fray check, covered it in fray check, which was definitely not a good idea because now I've got a big hard crunchy lump on my fabric. Yeah, I panicked and I googled it, and I couldn't find, I don't know if I was using the right terminology or not, but I couldn't find anyone else on the internet who seemed to have had the same problem. But I contacted Lamazi Fabrics and they were absolutely amazing about it. They came back to me straight away, sort of saying, like apologising and saying they're not quite sure what's happened, but they've contacted Meet Milk to get Meet Milk's advice on what's happened and how to avoid it in the future, etc. So I'm looking forward to hearing the feedback on that. And in the meantime, like obviously I would have preferred this not to have happened, but I think I need to like learn how to do a bit of like visible mending, because I have got quite big, like, it's almost like the fabric's laddered. It's very strange. But as I said, Lamazi Fabrics were incredible about it. Such good customer service. They offered to replace the fabric with an alternative. They've been wonderful. So please, this is absolutely no negative feedback at all towards Lamazi Fabrics, but I do now need to work out how to salvage my garment made in the Tensile linen slub from Meet Milk. But yeah, I'm thinking some kind of visible mending might be the one. And I think there's a book. Is there a book that's popular on this topic? I don't know. I kind of want to find some proper resources so I can figure out how best to go about mending it. I think I'm going to need to put some patches on the inside of the garment. I mean, the only thing I can really figure out is that there was just too much tension on those seams, but it's a loose fitting dress, it's not tight on me. Maybe it needs even more ease, because maybe it pulled a little bit when I put it on and off over my head, but it's a loose fitting garment. I don't really understand how the fabric can be that delicate that it would ladder like that, but I will figure it out and I will let you know when I've managed to fix the dress. So yeah, I'm kind of just not really ready to show you anything really, but I have been, as always, loving watching other people's sewing vlogs, loving seeing everyone's makes on Instagram. Loads of people have been using the By Hand London tutorial for making a sheared bodice dress with like puffy sleeves, and oh my goodness, they are just giving me all the summer vibes. I don't think I'll get around to making one of those just this year, just because my list of things to make is so long and I don't have enough of any kind of fabric to make a full big floaty dress like that. But I've been loving seeing everyone's sheared dresses online. I have done a very little bit of fabric shopping, just a little bit. The new Craft House have had some new swimwear fabric on their website. My husband and I have booked a little staycation and we're going to go down to the southwest coast. We're going to Dorset in a few weeks' time, and I think the really wishful thinking part of me is hoping for it to be glorious sunshine. By the way, it is allowed now in the UK. I'm not breaking any rules of lockdown. In one of the latest updates it was announced that we're now allowed to stay in sort of self-contained accommodation. But don't get your lockdown advice from me, get it from the government website. But yeah, we've booked a hire car and we're going to go and stay in a little Airbnb on the coast and do lots of beach walks and stuff. And part of me is like, I'm going on holiday, I really want to make a new swimsuit or a new bikini, because I actually only own really two that I enjoy wearing, and one of them is a shop bought one from H&M. I love it. I love how it looks at first glance because it's a lovely sort of rusty orange red colour. but it's really thin fabric, and it's a bit like, it's a little bit reveals too much. The fabric has started to go a little bit saggy, so like once it gets wet it then goes a little bit sort of saggy around the bum, which isn't the best look. And because it's very thin, it's not lined in anything like power mesh that gives it a bit of structure, it can almost be a little bit like clingy and a little bit too, like there are certain parts of your body you don't want like things to be too clearly outlined, if you know what I mean. So I kind of want to maybe replace that swimsuit. And yeah, the new Craft House have got some lovely swimwear fabrics and some specialist elastics, so once they arrive in the post I will show them to you. So I think that's all I've got to talk about today really. I've probably managed to waffle on for a while despite not really having anything to say, but I hope that you've enjoyed just having a little quick catch up and hearing what's been going on with me. I send my deepest sympathies and empathy to anybody who has suffered with RSI in the past. It's rubbish and I feel for you. But yeah, hopefully I'll be on the mend soon and back to my sewing machine, and then I'll have a bit more to kind of talk to you about next time I make a video. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of my videos. Go and check out my Instagram if you'd like to see a bit more of me in between videos. I tend to post sort of exclusively sewing related stuff on my grid, and then a little bit of extra kind of my life stuff on Instagram stories. So it'd be great to see you over there, and I'll see you hopefully soon, subject to wrist, etc. life. See you all soon. I hope you're all safe and well, by the way, in the pandemic. It's all still a bit crazy, but here in the UK it's slowly starting to feel a little bit more normal, but I hope you're all happy and safe. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!